All right, welcome back to Module 5. And so in this second video, this is Learning Objective 2 within Module 5, we're now going to introduce the 4 types of data analytics. All right, now the types of data analytics that we decide to perform are always guided by our question and by our data, understanding our data. All right, and the type of data analytics that we perform, you don't have to choose one or the other. You can perform multiple types of data analytics if your question requires it. So what are these different types of data analytics? Well, there are descriptive analytics, there are diagnostic analytics, there are predictive analytics, and then there are prescriptive analytics. And descriptive analytics, our first type of analytics, these are performed when we have a question that is similar to the general question, what happened? What is happening? All right, so what was our profitability last year? If we're interested in that type of information, the analysis that we will perform is descriptive. The next step, or the next type of data analysis, is diagnostic analytics. So in diagnostic analytics, we're moving beyond understanding what happened. Now we want to know, all right, why did it happen? All right, we're asking questions like, why did it happen? What are the reasons for past results? Can we explain what happened? Why was profitability at the level that it was, and why wasn't it higher? All right, these are all diagnostic analytics. The third type of analytics is called predictive analytics. Will it happen in the future? Will profitability be like this going forward? Will it grow? What is the probability that something will happen? What's the probability if we're a drug company or we're making vaccinations? What's the probability that we receive approval to offer our medicine to patients? Can we forecast the impact of that? These are all questions that you'd be asking under predictive analytics. And then the final type of analytics is called prescriptive analytics. And prescriptive analytics is all about, now that we have an idea of what will happen, or at least we think we have an idea of what will happen, what should we do about it now? We think profitability will be down next period. What can we do right now to make the downward trend a little better? Can we improve that a little bit? Can we cut costs? Can we introduce a new product? So these are the types of questions that you might address with prescriptive analytics. These questions, or these 4 types of data analytics, are used in different areas of accounting. For example, if we're talking about descriptive analytics, where we're asking a question like, what happened? All right, if you're thinking in terms of like the financial area, a question that you might ask in this area is, what is the balance of inventory that we have on hand in our warehouse? So that would be like a financial accounting type of question. What if we were looking at descriptive analytics in the area of auditing, external auditing? You might ask, how long have the existing accounts receivable been outstanding? And so you might ask this question when you're evaluating a company's accounts receivable reserve. If we're talking about managerial accounting, you might ask, did the airline company's on-time departures improve the past month? All right, so that would be like a managerial decision. And then finally, if we're talking about like the area of tax, you might ask, how much did we pay in federal taxes last year? These would all be descriptive questions. They would all be descriptive accounting questions, and they're all addressable through descriptive analytics. All right, so these are just some examples in different parts of accounting where you could use descriptive analytics. And there are lots of examples of questions for the other types of analytics. For example, diagnostic analytics. Why did it happen? In financial accounting, we might ask, why did selling general and administrative expenses increase? In audit, we might say, why did the collectability of accounts receivable fall? Or maybe in managerial, we would say, why is revenue up on the West Coast but down on the East Coast? And in tax, we might say, why did the average effective tax rate change? Thinking next about predictive analytics, what are some questions that we could ask in the areas of financial accounting, managerial accounting, audit, tax accounting. So if you remember, predictive analytics are about what will happen in the future. So in terms of financial accounting, we might ask, can we forecast revenue or cash flows with reasonable accuracy? In the area of audit, can we predict if the financial statements might be misstated? In the area of managerial accounting, do we extend credit or not to customers based on customer characteristics? And then in tax, we could ask, can the IRS find those evading taxes using predictive techniques? All right, and then the final type of analytics, some examples of questions. And if you remember, prescriptive analytics deal with what should we do now based on what we think will happen in the future. So if we're talking about financial accounting, we might ask, how can revenues be maximized if there's a trade war with China? How will audit work change if the company acquires a Korean company? In the area of managerial accounting, should the company buy or lease its headquarter office building? So a buy versus lease decision. And then in tax, should the company move operations to Ireland to minimize taxes? All right, so we have an idea of what will happen going forward, and now we're trying to figure out what should we do about it now to make it better. All right, so this is a brief introduction to the 4 different types of data analytics, and we'll move into a little more detail on each type in the next set of videos. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.